Many clients, and I think at some point in everybody's life, you've probably had some degree of lower back pain, that nagging pain that you could feel in this sort of area and not really able to articulate exactly where it's coming from. So again, this is an area where there's numerous tests that we can do in the clinic room to really establish where the problem's coming from and what muscles are affected. But it's highly likely that if you're experiencing pain in this area, that the muscles that run along here and also the muscles that run along there are possibly going to be tight, or some combination of those is going to be tight and short. And for people, and I'm a bit like this myself, but for people, and I'm going to exaggerate a little bit, who have a posture where you come in very much here, these muscles will be short and tight there to enable that to happen. That can have all sorts of repercussions all the way up and down the body as you correct to sort of stand straight. And with some of the postural changes that you could be experiencing working from home or being at home a little bit more, you might start to find that these problems come to the fore a little bit. So if these muscles do genuinely feel quite tight here, in all fairness, you can do a little bit of manipulation yourself, but something that would be great for that is a stretch. I'm kind of erring towards a bit of a yoga stretch here again, but something that you could Google if you want to see different variations of it or see different people do it, but it's the triangle stretch. So not putting any pressure on your leg with your hand, so it's probably wise to have your hand round that way. And what you're doing is you're doing that, but also probably leaning forward a little bit, because you're really wanting to open this up in here. So not only is it sideways, but it's also forward. And you can really feel, I can feel that stretch all the way down that line of my body right now. And again, with every stretch or release that we've talked about, probably holding for about 30 seconds. If these muscles are short and tight, there's every chance that the opposing muscle, which is your abs, is going to be long and weak. So it's really important that you strengthen up those abs so that it can start to take some of the burden and straighten you up a little here. Everybody's got their own preferred exercise for their abs, so by all means feel free to go away and think about what it is that you would prefer to do. I think my default, generally speaking, is some sort of leg raise. That seems to be the most effective for me, so I'll just show you with this. And so if you do those, you really should start to feel that in your abs. Not putting your feet back on the floor, you're really intensifying that, and already I've only done a few and I can really feel that in my abs, because my abs aren't particularly strong myself, so I empathise with anybody who is doing that. So really release those muscles by doing a stretch and then activate your abs, which is a great thing to do while you're at home anyway, and do 15 of those, repeat 3 times, ideally 3 times a day.